Zara had studied humans for 3 cycles now, but Jake Miller still made no sense to her. The tall, blue-skinned warrior stood at her observation deck, watching the human settlement below with growing confusion. Her people, the Corvani, were known across 7 star systems as the greatest hunters in the galaxy. They could track prey across asteroid fields and bring down creatures 10 times their size. Yet this one small human had managed something no being had ever done before. He had escaped her. Jake Miller worked in the human mining facility that Zara's ship had been monitoring for weeks. The facility sat on a remote planet rich in rare crystals that both species needed. The Corvani had come to claim it by right of superior strength, as they always did. But Jake had other plans. The first time Zara saw him, he was fixing a broken mining drill with nothing but scrap metal and determination. His brown hair was messy with grease, and his green eyes focused completely on his work. Shiwu had watched from her cloaked position as he solved problems that should have taken teams of engineers. That was when she decided to hunt him. Zara was the best tracker in her clan. Her silver markings proved her skill, and her weapons had never failed to bring down their target. But Jake Miller was different. Every trap she set, he somehow avoided. Every ambush she planned, he sensed before she could spring it. The human fascinated her in ways that made her 4 hearts beat faster. 3 days ago, she had cornered him in the crystal caves deep beneath the mining station. She had been certain of victory. Her energy nets surrounded every exit, and her stun weapons were charged and ready. But when the smoke cleared, Jake was gone. He had somehow found a passage that her advanced scanners had missed. Now she stood on her ship trying to understand how a primitive human could outsmart Corvani technology. Her commander Vex entered the observation room. His red eyes glowed with impatience. The mining operation was falling behind schedule because of her obsession with one human. The other miners worked slower when they knew a Corvani hunter was stalking their friend. End this foolishness, Zara, Vex commanded. Kill the human or capture him, but do it now. We have real prey to hunt on other worlds. Zara's claws extended slightly, a sign of her frustration. He is not ordinary, Commander. This human shows intelligence beyond their species rating. He adapts faster than our computers can process. All humans are weak, Vex replied. You shame yourself and our clan by failing to catch one small creature. But Zara knew better. Jake Miller had shown her something she had never seen before. True human spirit. When cornered, most beings either fought desperately or surrendered in fear. Jake did neither. He thought his way out of impossible situations with a calmness that impressed even her. She had started leaving small tests for him, complex puzzles built from mining equipment, obstacle courses created from cave formations. Each time he found solutions that surprised her. Each time he proved that human creativity was more powerful than Corvani strength. The truth was becoming clear to her. Jake Miller was not just prey, he was her equal. That realization changed everything. Zara made her decision. She would meet Jake Miller face to face, not as hunter and prey, but as equals. She programmed her ship's computers to send a message to the mining facility asking for a meeting. The message was simple but honest. Human Jake Miller. I am Zara of the Corvani hunting clan. You have impressed me with your skills. I wish to speak with you as one warrior to another. Will you meet me at the old crystal formation at sunset? The answer came back within an hour. Sure, I'll be there, but I'm bringing coffee. You look like you could use some. Zara had no idea what coffee was, but something in Jake's response made her laugh. Her people rarely laughed. It was considered a sign of weakness. But humans seemed to find humor even in dangerous situations. At sunset, Zara waited at the crystal formation. Her weapons were powered down and her hands were visible. Jake Miller approached slowly, carrying 2 steaming cups. His movements were careful but not fearful. He had courage to match his intelligence. You must be Zara, Jake said, offering her one of the cups. I'm Jake, but I guess you already knew that. Zara accepted the cup and sniffed the dark liquid inside. It smelled bitter, but interesting. Why do you not fear me, human? I could kill you with one strike. Jake smiled, and that expression made Zara's heart skip. Because you've had a dozen chances to kill me already. If you wanted me dead, I'd be dead. You want something else." The human was right again. Zara realized she had stopped wanting to capture or kill Jake Miller somewhere during their strange game of hunter and prey. She wanted to understand him, to learn from him. "My people believe humans are weak," she said, testing the liquid Jake had given her. It was bitter but warming. "You have proven this wrong. Your people are probably stronger, faster, and tougher than us," Jake replied. "But we're stubborn. We don't give up even when we should. That's got to count for something." They talked as the planet's twin suns set behind the crystal formations. Zara learned about human determination, about their refusal to accept limits, about their ability to find hope in hopeless situations. Jake learned about Corvani honor, about their respect for worthy opponents, about their complex society, built on proving one's strength. "So what happens now?" Jake asked, as darkness fell. "Your commander probably wants you to finish your hunt." Zara looked at this remarkable human who had changed her understanding of his entire species. "I have a proposal, Jake Miller. You have proven yourself worthy of respect among my people. Few beings earn such honor. I'm listening. Come with me to the Corvani homeworld, not as prisoner, but as guest. Show my people what human spirit truly means. Help us understand why your species refuses to surrender even when facing impossible odds." Jake was quiet for a long moment. "And if I say no, then you say no," Zara replied. "I will tell my commander that you escaped again, and we will leave your people to mine in peace. You have earned that choice." But Jake Miller surprised her one more time. "I'll come with you," he said. "But I have conditions. My people get to keep mining, here without interference, and I want to bring some of our coffee. Your people are going to need it when they try to understand humans." Zara's laugh echoed across the crystal formations. For the first time in her life, she had found prey that had become something far more valuable. She had found a teacher. The next morning, Zara stood before Commander Vex with Jake Miller at her side. The human looked small next to the massive Corvani warriors, but he stood straight and met their stares without flinching. "You bring a human before the clan council," Vex said, his voice filled with disgust. "This is beyond insulting, Zara." "This human has beaten me in combat 7 times, Zara replied calmly. "He has escaped every trap and solved every puzzle. He has shown skills that our greatest hunters would respect." The other Corvani warriors murmured among themselves. No one had ever escaped Zara before, let alone multiple times. Jake stepped forward. "Commander Vex, I understand your people value strength above all else, but there are different kinds of strength. Maybe it's time you learned about the kind that doesn't depend on claws and weapons." Vex's eyes blazed with anger, but before he could respond, Elder Crix entered the chamber. The ancient Corvani's presence commanded instant silence. His word was law among their people. "Tell me, young hunter." Elder Crix said to Zara, "This human truly escaped you multiple times." "Yes, Elder. 7 times in 10 days, he showed creativity, intelligence, and courage that rivals any Corvani warrior." Elder Crix studied Jake Miller with ancient eyes. "Human, can you prove these claims?" Jake smiled. "Give me any problem you want solved, and I'll show you what human stubbornness can accomplish, but I warn you, it might take a while. We don't give up easy." The elder's laugh was like grinding stone. "Very well, we shall see what this human spirit is truly worth." Over the following days, Jake Miller amazed the Corvani with demonstration after demonstration. He solved engineering problems that had puzzled their best minds for years. He found new hunting strategies by thinking like prey instead of predator. He showed them that sometimes the weakest-looking solution was actually the strongest. But most importantly, he never backed down even when facing creatures that could tear him apart with ease. By the end of the week, Elder Crix had seen enough. "Zara of the hunting clan," the elder announced before the full assembly. "You have brought us a great gift. This human has shown us that strength comes in many forms. We have much to learn from his species." Zara felt pride swell in her 4 hearts. Jake Miller had not just impressed her people, he had changed their entire view of humanity. Jake Miller, Elder Crix continued, you are welcome among the Corvani as an honored guest and teacher. Will you stay and help us understand your people better? Jake looked at Zara, then back at the elder. I'll stay as long as you're willing to learn, but I want something in return. The assembly fell silent. No one made demands of Elder Crix. I want your people to visit Earth, meet more humans. See that I'm not special or unique. Every human has the same spirit that impressed you here. Today you met one stubborn human. Tomorrow you should meet 6 billion more. Elder Crix's approval rumbled through the chamber. Agreed, human Jake Miller. You have shown us that true strength sometimes comes in the smallest packages. As the assembly dispersed, Zara approached. Jake, you realize what you have done, human. You have changed the relationship between our entire species. Jake grinned. I just wanted to fix some mining equipment and drink coffee.